Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students, I hope all of you have completed the first exercise of chapter number 1 numbers, that is exercise 1.1. Today we are going to start the next exercise, that is exercise 1.2. We are going to start the next exercise, that is exercise 1.2. In this very exercise we will be dealing with place values. Face value, expanding numbers, from the standard form, and converting standard form, that is converting the expanded form of numbers into standard form and converting standard form of numbers into expanding form. So these are the three concepts, the three things which we will be dealing with in this exercise. So without delay, let's start with the very first question, with the very first problem, that deals with place value and face value. I hope all of you have studied what place value and face value means in the previous class, that is class 4. So let me recap whatever you know before we start solving the sums. Okay, so the very word place value means, place means the position of the digit in a number. So if I write 19736 and I say you what is the position, what is the place value of 7, then you have to say, then you have to tell, then you have to make out the position of 7. Okay, the place value of 7 is the position of this digit 7 in the number, that is where is it exactly located in this number. So it is located in the ones, tens, hundreds place. Okay, so the place value of 7 in this case will be 700, because 7 is the digit and the place value is hundreds, so that's why I have to write 700. Similarly, if I ask you what is the place value of 9, then you will write 9 the digit, and the place value of 9 is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So that's 9000 is the place value of this digit. I hope it is clear to all of you what place value exactly means. Place value means the position of a digit in the number. So you have to write the digit along with the number of zeros to which place value that digit belongs to. So if it belongs to the 100th place, you have to write that digit along with 2 zeros. If it belongs to the 1000th place, you have to write 9 along with 3 zeros, because you know 1000 has 3 zeros in it. Similarly, if it belongs to 10,000th place, you have to write that digit along with 4 zeros, because 10,000 has how many zeros? So it has 4 zeros, and so on. Okay, now let me explain you about face value. What face value is? The very word face gives you the idea, tells you about what does it mean. In reality, face means chehra, or in Bengali we say mukh, as you say in mukh. Okay, how does a digit look like? So if I say you 1, what is the face value of 1? The face value of 1 is the face of 1. How does 1 look like? It looks like 1, so the face value will be 1. Similarly, if I say you what is the face value of 2? What is the face value of 2? 2 looks like 2 itself, so the face value of 2 is 2. Similarly, if I say you what is the face value of 197, the number which I wrote over here, what is the face value of 7? So the 7, the digit 7 over here looks like 7. It will never look like 9. So the face value of 7 is 7. So in a nutshell, place value of a digit in a number is the position where the digit is exactly located, and face value of a digit in a number is the shape is yes, is the picture of the digit, how exactly it looks like. Okay, so let's begin with the very first problem. Okay, so you have to open page number 6, of your book, Cambridge Connection, page number 6. You will find this problem, exercise 1.2. okay, give the date over here. Okay, because representing your work is included in the learning process. Okay, you don't have to learn how to solve maths only, you have to learn how to represent your solutions, how to write your answers, how to present your classwork. Okay, and you know how to write that. Okay, and how to do that. So let us start. Number 1 is write the place value and the face value of the underlined digits in the following numbers. So I'm showing you 2 for making you understand how to do these sums. So first and foremost thing is that we will copy the number first. Okay, so here the digit 8 is underlined. They're asking us to write the place value and the face value of this underlined digit, that is 8, in this number. So we will write place. This is the way which you will follow. Okay, place value of 8 is equals to face value of 8 is equals to. Now my dear students, place value of 8 means where is the position of 8 in this number. So the position of 8 in this number is 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh. So that's lakh, so it will be 8 lakhs. Now you know that how many zeros are there in lakhs? 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't know how many zeros are there in the particular position, in a particular place value, the simplest way is to just copy that digit, okay, and count the number of digits after that. So how many digits are there after the underlined digit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will write 5 zeros. It's very easy. Okay, now coming to the face value of 8. So I said you that face value of the of 8 is the shape of 8. So the shape of 8 is 8 itself. So 8, the face value of 8 is 8. Okay, let us take another example. So I'm taking G. Suppose I'm taking G. So 6, 1, 5, 2, 6. Yes, 6, 1, 5, 2, 6, 0, 1, 5, and 1 is underlined over here. So they are asking us to write the place and the face value of 1, the digit, this digit in this number. So we will write place value of 1. You don't use sketch pens. I am just for the sake of making you understand and making the learning process more interesting and more comprehensible. I am using sketch pens. You don't have to use sketch pens, just you use black or blue colored pens. Okay, so place value of 1 is where 1 is exactly located. So very simple, just write 1, and how many digits are there after 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will write 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If anybody asks you that what is the place value of 1, you will say 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs. It's 10 lakh. Now the face value of 1. The face value of 1. Face value of 1 is 1 itself, because shape of 1 is the face value of 1. So it's 1. Now let us move to the second sum number 2. Now what you have to do is that I will be giving you classworks and as homeworks as well, so as to check your understanding and so as to make you practice more, because maths is a subject of practice. If you don't practice, it becomes very tough and you will forget everything. You don't have to learn in maths. If you understand and you practice, you will master the subject. Okay, so I have just now I have explained you how to solve the sums and problems of problem number 1, the sums of problem number 1, how to solve. I have shown you the way, okay, and what you have to do exactly. I will be giving you some sums now in the classwork to solve, and regarding sum number 2 as well, I will be explaining you what the sum is, what the problem is exactly, and how to proceed. I will be solving 2 sums from this problem number 2, and I will give you some sums from these two sums now in the classwork, and I will tell you what to do at home. That is, what will you do, what will you take as homework. Okay, let's start number 2. So they are asking us that find the difference between the place value and face value of the underlined numbers. So again the concept of face and place value will come into play. So let us take number 1, that is 1 2 2 2 3 6 8. Okay, the 3 is underlined over here, and they are asking us to find the difference between the place value and the face value. So the first and foremost thing is that we will write the place value. We will write the place value. So let me write the place value of the underlined digit, that is place value of 3. So what is the place value of 3? It's 300, isn't it? 1 10 100, so it's 300. So write like this. Now you just go and in the very next line write the face value. So face value of 3 is 3 itself. The face value of 3 is 3 itself. Okay, don't write 3 over here. Write 3 write 3 under this place value of 3 such that we can subtract. Okay, the method which we use in subtraction, we will use the same method over here. That is, how do we arrange numbers for subtraction. So because they are asking us to find the difference, that's why we will arrange the place value and face value such that we will be able to subtract them. So I have arranged the place value and the face value over here such that we can subtract them easily. If I would have written, suppose if I would have written 300 over here and 300, so this is a mistake. You can't subtract 300 by 3 if you are arranging these two numbers like this. This is wrong. Okay, this is not the way of subtracting, because the problem says to find the difference, and difference means subtraction. That's why I have written 303 in this way. I have arranged these two numbers in this way. For subtraction, you have to follow the same method for arranging place value and face value in problem number 2 for getting the difference. Okay, that is subtracting them exactly. So how to subtract, my dear students? You can't subtract 3 from 0, so you have to borrow. So let us borrow. So it will become, first it will become 10, isn't it? If you borrow from 3, it will become 10. Now if you borrow from this 10, it will become 10. This 0 will become 10, and it will become 9, and it will become 2. First we borrowed over here, it became 10. Then this from this we borrowed, and it became 10, and it became 9, and it became 2. Now you can subtract. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 will be copied, and 2 will be copied as it is. So this is the answer. This is the answer. I hope you understood. So first watch these videos carefully, and inshallah you will get everything. I will tell you what to do in the classwork next.